How's it going, everybody? Tactus Man here. Hope you guys all having a spectacular day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys do enjoy it, subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. And as always, if you guys have any movies, TV shows, or games you guys would like me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comments down below. And as always, we're going to be talking positives and negatives. We're going to be talking about the newest Justice League animated movie, Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. Obviously, when Part 2 releases, I will be doing a review of that. But this film is PG-13. It's about an hour and a half long, and it deals with the Monitor being released into the multiverse. And the Monitor is basically the Watcher from the What If show. So the Monitor can see all the multiverses, can see all the different Earths, see all the different types of outcomes. And the Monitor gets basically released into the multiverse, and it begins to try to help out the incoming doom that is approaching. So, in order for the Monitor to try to save the multiverse, the Monitor recruits different heroes from across the multiverse in order to fight back against a super killer wall. That's right. We're going to talk about the very first negative when it comes to this movie. The villain, the main villain, if you want to call it that, is an antimatter wall. It's not punchable. It's not scientifically able to be defeated. You can't put up some sort of satellite defense turrets or towers to prevent it from attacking your Earth. There is literally no defense against this antimatter wave. So the entire multiverse is just in jeopardy. Now, first of all, that's a problem, the fact that there is no actual proper defense or solution to eradicate this antimatter wall. But every time I say antimatter wall, what do you think of? You think of a wall. And the problem with it is that it's not a proper villain. The Justice League literally can't do anything against it. Scientifically, mentally, they can't come up with a solution. They can't punch their way out of it. They can't shoot beams at it. It's not like, a proper villain. It's not something that you're like, oh, I can't wait for them to defeat this person. You're like, oh, I can't wait for them to figure out how to defeat this wall. It doesn't feel exciting as a villain for our heroes to go up against. It doesn't feel enticing. It's not a Lex Luthor. It's not a Darkseid. It's not, some sort of evil character that we actually care about being defeated, and for our heroes to have a challenge to defeat. Now, it's a challenge because it's basically unkillable, but it's worse than Superman and Kryptonite. It's like, how do you expect us to root for the heroes to have any sliver of hope to defeat this thing when it's just basically an unkillable wall machine? It's boring. The film does a good job focusing on characters while also managing to do a good job meshing with action, adventure, and heart. This film, while it's also dealing with a multiversal destructing antimatter wall, it focuses on a bunch of other subplots, including time travel and multiverse, and it's just confusing to follow. Like, there's at least 4 movies happening. You got one where the Flash is constantly going back in and out of time, traveling the multiverse. The Flash is trying to defeat the antimatter wall. You've got him doing his wedding. You've got this universe where the Flash travels to, where the what are they called? The crime syndicate is in control, and they're the government and the police of the entire planet. You've got another universe the Flash travels to, where there's this robot that Lex Luthor overrides and programs to try to drain the life out of Superman and all the other metahumans. You've got so much happening. Now, while I'm happy that we get a Justice League movie that's not center focused on Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and that the Flash, a BT character, honestly, it's kind of put to the forefront. I mean, when you look at the logo of the film, you can see, hello, he's front and center. But having the Flash as the main character, the main focal point of this movie, I think it was cool. But it just becomes convoluted when he's hopping and time traveling and hopping through multiverses. It just becomes overwhelming, and you're like, okay, where does this fit into the timeline? why should I care about what's happening if I already know what's going to happen in the future? So it just feels very confusing to follow. Now, it all kind of makes sense at the end of the movie, but when you're watching it for the first time and you don't know what the outcome is, it just joggles your mind. You have no idea what you're supposed to actually care about. Soundtrack is great, animation style works well. This film's also a sequel to Warworld. I don't know if I have a review out for that yet. If I do, I will get that out for you guys as soon as possible. But Justice League Warworld kind of set up this movie, and so this film is a sequel, but is also having to deal with character variants from past Justice League films that we've seen in the past. So that was kind of cool. But overall, I think Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1, it's an okay movie. Not something that I'm like, yeah, you gotta watch this. If I had to pick a Justice League movie, still, I think, Justice League versus Teen Titans is okay. Apocalypse War is really great. Justice League versus the Fatal Five, that's a really good one. This one just isn't as memorable, and I'm not honestly excited for part two. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna get it on Blu-ray, but I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. This rebooted Justice League franchise that they've done now because of the ending of Apocalypse War just doesn't have my same interest and hype level as I think a lot of people will probably agree with me on. So if you agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to give this film a 5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.